y'all, welcome back. Today we're going to break down the full moon happening on December 15th of 2024. This full moon will happen at about 2 a.m. Mountain Time, so make whatever adjustments you need to for your time zone. This full moon is like a ray of sunshine amidst all these crazy transits that we've been having lately, with the Pluto just dipping into Aquarius recently and the Mars retrograde that continues until early next year. This is like a break in all of that. So I wanted to make sure that we talked about where the break, like the good stuff, is going to be happening for you. This way you can take full advantage of it. Also, sometimes when there's tension and challenge in different areas of our life, if something new comes up, we just assume it's a challenge. So I want to give you the opportunity to take a break from that headspace and look at this with new eyes and see something different and take full advantage of the break that the universe says is coming this week. So right now, let's take a look at how this full moon will be affecting everyone overall. And then we'll also take a look at what this full moon looks like for everyone's individual chart. On December 15th, the moon will be in Gemini. The sun will be in Sagittarius. Some of the transits that are happening at the same time as this full moon that are making it this more positive experience include Venus. Venus is in Aquarius right now. Venus just passed over Pluto, which was uncomfortable, but we're past that. And Venus is going to be making a sextile with Mercury. And a sextile is a harmonious connection, meaning it's easy, it's good. Sometimes planets make a connection and you don't want that. Like, for instance, Venus going over Pluto, not comfortable. But Venus making this positive connection with Mercury just as it's coming out of its retrograde cycle, it's like, here's a soft landing. You're jumping out a window, but, here's a big fluffy pillow to land on. So some of that can be perspective, like miscommunication or confusion when you're in the midst of it can feel awful, especially if it's with people we're close to or around things that are important to us. Venus making this contact just kind of makes us feel like, oh, it's okay. As Mercury is going direct and going the way it's supposed to us, Venus will be moving into a trine connection with Jupiter. So you've got the two most positive planets in a positive connection. A trine is a very positive connection, and it's going towards this all week. So it's kind of like each day gets a little bit better. Things are looking up a little bit more. And then on Friday, things look really great. So by Friday the 20th, Venus and Jupiter will be exactly trine one another. Mercury will be completely out of its retrograde, totally going forward at that point. So we're just going to feel like things have fallen back into place. So now we're going to take a look at what this full moon will look like for each rising sign and what the silver lining might look like specifically to each of you. If you have Aquarius rising, this full moon will be in your 5th house. You're likely just feeling a lot better about yourself. You're feeling like going out and having a good time. If that hadn't been the case for the last couple weeks, that will definitely be the case this week. If you haven't been feeling like engaging in things that usually are fun for you or that bring you joy, this week you will, and you'll get more enjoyment out of it. So if things have been feeling kind of stale, either you're finding something new or putting a new twist on what you've always done to have a good time. Always with fifth house transits, we want to watch for any kind of excess. But if that's not something that's on your radar, you don't need to worry about it this week. When you're around other people and you're engaging socially, that's when you're going to feel most at home in your own skin this week, whatever that means for you. So go out, have a good time, enjoy the holidays, or whatever it is that you like to do on the holidays. Also, if you have any children or children in your life, they are likely bringing you joy this week. If there had been tension around kids up until now, that's going to feel resolved. We'll feel like that's in the past. And so again, you can like be a kid again with the kids that are in your life. If you have Pisces rising, this full moon will be happening in your 4th house. So this sense of ease and comfort that you're feeling is really just being at home. You're going to feel more comfortable at home if people are visiting you at home, or if you have people that you live with at home. Those connections will just feel much more nurturing and more comfortable to you at this time. If there have been conflicts in your home, you will feel like there's resolution. This also applies to if there's been needs for repairs in your home. This week is a really good time to get those done. Also, if you're out and about, you're likely to just feel more comfortable in your own skin, like feeling at home in your own body than you have in the last couple weeks. So enjoy that and get out if you want to. If not, home is going to feel like a perfectly fine place to be right now. If you have Aries rising, this full moon will be happening in your 3rd house. So this sense of ease and comfort that you'll be experiencing is likely coming from your siblings or as a result of being around siblings or close friends, people in your age group. So basically people that you feel are your community. This might look like making plans with your family so that you get to see your siblings, or making a plan to get together this week. If there were disappointments in the last couple of weeks because of the Mercury retrograde, like maybe plans being canceled, those are rescheduled now. So you're excited about that. You're happy about the people that you're going to get to see. There may also be something about your daily routine where the Mercury retrograde was bringing challenges on the things that you do every day. So maybe things that had been easy, like you had a certain plan that you did, you were able to get everything done that you needed to during the week, and then all of a sudden it felt like you just couldn't get anything done. That struggle is passing, whether that's because you've made some changes to your daily routine or to your daily schedule, but something has shifted so that now your daily routine is just a little easier, a little bit gentler. Any conversations too that you're having right now, whether that's between your friends or your siblings, those conversations will be easier and they'll be coming from a good place. Things will feel resolved if they've been contentious in the past. If you have Taurus rising, this full moon will be happening in your 2nd house, and this is a great transit for acquiring money. This is also a good week for your public reputation and your career. So it may be that in your career, you are hearing about an advancement opportunity, or you're getting some kind of promotion, or maybe you're starting a new project that comes with new money. If there is an advancement in your position, it should also include either money now or money in the very near future. If there were any kind of holdups to this opportunity coming to fruition in the past few weeks because of the Mercury retrograde, that's all being ironed out now. And this should be really exciting for you because it's going to be good. And if you're looking to make more money, but you weren't offered that with the extra work that you've taken on or the new project, or just kind of being like that person at work that everybody relies on, this is a good time for you to ask for more money. So if you've been given extra responsibilities, but you haven't been given any kind of raise, now's a good time to ask. If you have Gemini rising, this full moon will be happening in your 1st house. So that can look like you are the full moon to other people. So you're bringing the joy to others. This could look especially like if you're visiting grandparents or talking with grandparents on the phone, you're likely really making them happy or bringing them some kind of communication that they really needed, maybe advice or suggestions, maybe just by being there. This also could look like you're taking a trip or planning a trip at a later date that's got you super excited to take it. Like you just found out that you'll be taking it and you're planning it. Maybe you're getting together with the people that you will be planning it with. If you have like a group of friends that you always travel with, or whatever group of friends you might be taking this particular trip with, this is a good time. This is a great week to plan it. Like things will just kind of fall into place versus last week where it would feel like everything that you tried to plan was a brick wall. If you're meeting up with friends from school, whether that's friends from the past or friends that you have right now in school, those meetings will go very well. You'll have a lot of fun. Those connections will go smoothly. And whoever you're meeting with this week, just remember that you're comforting this week. You are comfort to other people. So especially over that weekend of the full moon. So if someone you know is in distress and they're asking you for help, it usually looks like it's not very much and it goes a long way. When it's the universe saying like, yeah, help that person, it usually takes almost no energy. That's how you know it's like that's the time that you are meant to help someone, versus when we are helping someone that either doesn't want our help or need our help, or it just doesn't fit in our schedule. It wasn't supposed to be us, and so it feels like we're really overextended. That's not like a universal alignment for you to help someone else. When it feels easy, that's when it's you. So just feel confident in the fact that the comfort that you offered really did more good probably than you even know. If you have Cancer rising, this full moon will be coming from your 12th house. Hopefully over the weekend, you're getting some rest because it's likely that you really need it. Either you've been feeling under the weather, you've been feeling a little bit sick. So there will be opportunities for you to rest, especially on Sunday, but possibly Saturday and Sunday. So get as much rest as you can, because the next week, the following week, from Monday through Friday, the moon moves into your first house. And that means you're more center stage. There'll be more energy kind of required of you because you'll be doing a lot and you'll be feeling better. So you'll probably want to do a lot. Also, at this time, the Venus transit is in your 8th house. That could look like your partner actually having surprise money over the next week, or your partner getting some kind of like refund, rebate, money they didn't know was coming or didn't know was coming next week. That could bring, some ease as far as you're concerned. So if you get that rest and then it's kind of like, okay, that's money that we have to do whatever thing, probably a holiday thing, or that we have going into the new year that we didn't know we would have, or it's, money that we have to go out, just the two of us, or that you will have to, maybe spend on each other in some way that you didn't know you were going to be able to. So if that happens, definitely have fun with it. Whether it's however you decide to spend the money, I'm sure it'll be a good thing. And just enjoy that some of the pressure is taken off of you next week. If you have Virgo rising, this full moon will be happening in your 10th house. And that indicates some forward movement in your career that's making you really happy. This could also be like if the Mercury retrograde brought up something that made you feel like your personal reputation, your public reputation was attacked. It feels as though that is wrapped up and it's in the past, and that you left it on a good note. However it ended, it was good for you. If your career has felt like stagnant, just the forward movement might be what's bringing some joy into your life, but it's really looking like it's looking up, like clouds parting, kind of looking up. Your daily routine and your overall physical health are also affected here in a positive way. So if you've been feeling sick, if you've been feeling really tired, those things are going to start to clear up now, and you're just going to enjoy feeling yourself again. You may also get some good news about your health. So if you had any testing done, if you get that news that this week, that could be really good. And you may have made some changes to your daily health routine that you're starting to see the benefits of now. Like if you started a workout routine and it felt like it was going nowhere, you might suddenly notice that there's, the legs in your muscles, or the muscles in your legs are bigger, or, that you've dropped a couple pounds, or that you're just feeling better. So take a deep breath, just enjoy that. If you have Libra rising, this full moon will be happening in your 9th house. It's likely that during this week, the source of fun for you and excitement for you is the things that you normally enjoy doing and that you normally have fun doing. It may just feel like you were taken away from the things that bring you joy for a while. There may be like a specific plan on Friday on the 20th, or that weekend, the weekend of the 20th, that as it gets closer, you're getting more and more excited. And so that's kind of the source of excitement and joy for you all week. Also, you might decide at this time that you want to take a class or return to school. And if that's the case for you, then that's the source of excitement. It may be that there was something blocking you the previous couple of weeks, and that block has been removed, and now you're able to go forward. And so it's always more exciting when we thought maybe we weren't ever going to get there. It was feeling like it was so much harder than it needed to be. And then finally things come together and it's like, oh, I'm finally going to get to go. Whether that's the trip that you were planning or if that was going back to school or taking that class, whatever was blocking you before has been removed and you're super excited about it. You could also run into friends that you went to school with, or you might have a talk with a friend that you went to school with that really brightens your day and hits you in a way that kind of makes you see things differently or better than you had been in the previous couple of weeks. If you're going to be reuniting with some friends from school, that's going to go great too. If you do any kind of like charity work or work with a church or, something involving both giving of yourself and your spiritual beliefs, like it feels like it really comes from a genuine place for you. If that's something that you are thinking about doing over the next week, that's a great idea. And I would definitely go for it. If you have Scorpio rising, this full moon will be happening in your 8th house. And this could show up for you as good times with your family or fun that you may be able to suddenly afford because of a refund of some kind, a rebate of some kind, or your partner comes into some kind of money. There could be, if they have a good week at work, they get a new client, holiday money. But there could be like surprise money coming in that allows you to do something fun that you either didn't know you were going to be doing or was going to be a little bit more stressful. And then you got this extra money and that just made it a little bit more fun. There could also be an investment opportunity in your life that is causing you to be excited. Like it looks like a really good idea. Just remember to be cautious. There isn't a transit right now for like jump on whatever crazy investment crosses your path because it's going to be good. There are such transits. We're not having anything like that right now. That doesn't mean don't invest. It just means do the regular legwork, due diligence, always make sure that this is as good as it appears. And as long as you do that, it should be fine. And either way, whether you decide to actually invest or not, it'll be exciting to find out about it and to, kind of picture it, and may lead to a different investment that you decide on later on, if investment is your thing. There also may be a return that like your partner's getting on an investment that they made in the past. Because the 8th house rules mostly our partner's money or inheritance, it's like somebody else's money. So whatever money is coming in at this time, it feels like it wasn't the money that you had to work really hard for. It just sort of was like a bonus. So have a good time with it. If you have Sagittarius rising, this full moon will be happening in your 7th house. This indicates better times with your partner, better communication with your partner, whoever your partner is to you. So it's whoever your person is. So if there's been some miscommunications recently, those will be wrapped up in a positive way, in a good way, like you'll leave it in a good place. If there's a conversation that you feel like you need to have, now's a good time to have it. So as this full moon happens, right after this full moon happens, if you're planning this conversation, something to kind of tie up whatever the miscommunication had been, this is a really good time to have it. So you might be feeling a little bit nervous because of like during a Mercury retrograde, we go to say something totally different comes out, or people hear us opposite of what we meant. So you might be feeling a little bit nervous about that. This is just saying, don't worry about it. It's going to end well. It also could be like cousins or siblings that are giving you relational advice that works really well for you in whatever situation you're dealing with. Also, any activities that you're doing with your partner, any siblings, cousins, people you consider like a sister, like a brother to me, any activities that you're doing with those people like that in your life, any talks that you're having with people like that in your life, these are going to be fun times. These are going to be good times. If you decide to maybe take a road trip within your state or, to the next town, that would be really fun during this time. Just make sure, because of the Mars retrograde, that everybody's insured, nobody's drinking and driving, you drive safe, and everything will be fun. If you have Capricorn rising, this full moon will be happening in your 6th house, and the Venus transit is in your 2nd house. So that could look like money coming to you that you are spending on self-care or to enhance your health in some way. That could be anything from having your hair done to getting a manicure to going to a spa or to starting like a workout routine, maybe joining a gym or getting a trainer, anything that is making you feel healthier and feeling better about yourself. If you have been feeling like you've had extra work lately, this is a really good time to take a break, to get a massage, to go to a hot springs, or do whatever it is that makes you feel nurtured and comfortable and just that you're engaging in self-care. If that's going to a coffee shop with a friend, whatever it is that makes you feel like you're spoiling yourself and also taking good care of you, that's what you should be doing this week. And again, there should be some kind of extra money coming in, or money coming in that you knew was coming, that will allow you to do something nice for you that makes you feel physically better. If you have Leo rising, the full moon will be in your 11th house, and this indicates comfort and stability in your friend groups, as well as with your community in general. So you're likely to feel more connected with the people you hang out with, whoever you consider your people. If during the Mercury retrograde there was some kind of conflict between specifically your partner or whoever you consider your person and your friend groups or a community that you align yourself with, it's likely that over the next week, those miscommunications or those arguments, if there were any, will be wrapped up, ironed out, that people are going to feel a lot better about it moving forward, that you're going to feel better about it moving forward. Also, if you were wanting to involve your partner with your community or your friends with your partner, like if there was some kind of activity you were going to all do together or introductions that were going to be happening that couldn't over the Mercury retrograde, those will come together now. And if they come together over the next week, that's going to be a good experience for everyone involved, which obviously will also be good for you. So introducing friends to your partner during this week is a good thing. It will go well. And if there had been contention or miscommunication in the past between kind of those two areas of your life, those things will be ironed out. Moving forward, it's going to look a lot better. So the overall attitude for this full moon is look for the positive. You want to be asking yourself, where's my silver lining? The harmonious connection between Mercury and Venus is providing us with some gentle closure for any tensions that were brought up because of the Mercury retrograde. And now that Mercury is stationing direct and moving forward, we can expect that communication will just flow more easily and that things will be less confusing. And also, we can't forget that upcoming trine between Venus and Jupiter. So it's nice that this week we have like something to look forward to. It starts good and it just gets better. It's kind of a rare week for what's been going on lately, so enjoy it. Obviously, there may still be some challenges kind of simmering beneath the surface, and we'll have time to get back to those later. They'll still be there. We've earned this break, so enjoy it. We've been given this opportunity from the universe, might as well go ahead and take it. So enjoy wherever this silver lining is coming for you. Don't forget to hit the like button and to subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you so much for watching today. Have a fabulous week.